into the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
I hear voices in my head, they
Sure.
come to me, they understand.
Boy, that was an ass whooping. Oh, boy.
Well deserved, though.
He took it to the woodshed, huh? Man. Wow, welcome to the Monday Night Raw After Show right here at AfterBuzz TV, everybody. We are in Los Angeles, California, wherever you are watching or listening. Thank you very much. All over the world, we like you. I don't know what this is, but I just feel like, ta-da! Ta-da! Jonny Loquasto here at jquasto on the Twitter. It's an original squad tonight.
OG.
It's the OG squad. That man right there sporting a sweet, sweet Lucha Underground t-shirt.
That's right.
And an even more awesome vest that might be pleather. I don't know. I'm not going to judge. Find him on Twitter at TheWalkingDale. He's the host of Dishing on Movies. He's also Vest for Business. He's Dale Rutledge.
How's it going, Johnny?
What up, Brad?
Kathy, how you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, I'm going to
Introduce me.
How do we know that's her name?
Thunder.
Sorry.
How do you know that's her name, dude?
What's up, girl next to me?
Girl.
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 Find her on Twitter at Cathy Kelley. She's always lovely. She's always intelligent. She's always beautiful. She's always fantastic. And she watches The Bachelor. Cathy Kelley.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now can I ask how she's doing?
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it. That's all you. The floor is yours.
Sometimes I'm not intelligent all the time.
That's what you have to say about that intro?
Yeah.
I never am, so I like to tell people their intelligence because I feel like I will be someday. All right, what's up, guys? How we doing?
Hey, yeah.
So,
Do you hear something?
oh, you know why? That's my computer making. I have the live chat thing going on. Right on cue. Never feeling smart. There it is, right there.
There it is.
All right.
In the pudding.
So let's pudding. So this show tonight, I think, is, and we're gonna get into the good stuff. I think this is a perfect example of why Monday Night Raw needs to be 2 hours. Is it not?
Oh, boy.
Right?
That first maybe hour, at least half an hour, was really dragging for me.
I don't know if it was they just had a last minute change up in the direction that they wanted to go, and so they had to rewrite scripts very fast, or they just didn't pan out this week. There were a lot of things that were off. There were some really great moments. I mean,
big time.
Heyman, come on. And the ending of the show, I think, was incredible. But, yeah, there were some things that just felt off. And there were things that felt a little childish tonight.
Well,
I mean,
it's wrestling.
You have to if it's the Flintstones being promoted, but...
Well, that was probably not as childish as the R-Truth. I mean, those commentators. I mean, it's the first match, basically, right? Can we talk about it?
And I understand it's a 3-hour show, but like there's certain moments where everyone on commentary cannot be paying less attention to the match.
Yeah, they were just like giggling schoolgirls, basically. And there was a good match happening.
Yeah, and you know, maybe that's what they want, or maybe there is no one. I don't know. All I know is I just called 3 hours of wrestling matches yesterday, and we would veer off for maybe 20 seconds and get back into it. They veered off for like 3 minutes at a time, talking about God knows what.
R-Truth is entertaining. Don't get me wrong.
love R-Truth.
I like him
know.
out there, but I just feel like somebody needs to be paying attention.
Was there a reason why he was up there for 2 matches as well?
They were both ladder matches,
I mean, it
so
was
I guess.
because, yeah.
I mean, you know, potential.
Maybe they're making up for all the years of not using it. I don't know.
It was also that crawl out to the ring. I don't know. It was funny the first time, but now it's like, okay, this reminds me of Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
I enjoyed when he pulled the fake title out of the bag. Right?
That was funny.
I mean, the way your response is, yes, that was humorous.
It could be considered comical.
Your response to that was so, like, classic. I don't believe you. Okay, well, whatever. We have an hour to get through. We're going to generally go past the first hour rather quickly, and then we'll get into, because some major things did happen that are going to set up WrestleMania. So, all right, first off, Authority in the ring. They welcome Randy Orton back. It's a big love fest. Randy Orton makes fun of everybody. You know.
See, that's the thing that I was saying. I get not using swear words and things like that, but I feel like his insults to at least the Big Show were very sophomoric. They were young.
Yeah. Call him a bitcher and a moaner. The devil's favorite dumbass. Tells Jamie he can't get on the rides at Disneyland.
Which I kind of like that
was
one.
funny.
I like
Yeah.
that. And said nothing.
My favorite moment was looks at Joey Mercury and he's like, all right, moving on. And then gets to Rollins, and he basically he pulls off a Liam Neeson, and he basically says, this is what I'm going to do. I have a unique set of skills. I'm going to use them at some point when you're not seeing it. And
why is that Liam Neeson?
Have you never seen any of the 9 Takens?
He's not going to steal his daughter back,
Yeah,
though.
I don't get the reference.
No, but he says, he goes, I'm going to find you. I'm going to get
find you.
Right.
Oh, see if you did it in the voice. Now I get it.
Well,
Thanks,
Cathy does a better Liam Neeson than I do, so what do you want me to do? I mean, come on.
Who would have thought?
Can I tell you my Liam Neeson story?
God, please.
It's not that good.
Way to set it up.
Can I take your time up for a second? You're going to be disappointed.
A couple years ago, on my birthday, I was at dinner, and it was like a good dinner, but then Liam Neeson sat down next to us,
Hey-o.
What a jerk.
and I was like, whoa.
How dare he?
Oh, is it not over yet?
Yeah, so that was my story.
Wait, no, that was...
Wow.
I prefaced it saying it was an awful story.
Yes.
How dare he sit down?
That's almost as good as the time Jeff Goldblum tried to get into my conversation at this waffle place, and he just heard my buddy and I talking. He was sitting by himself, like right next to us, kept leaning over, like ever so slightly wanting to talk to us, and we kind of shunned him. I regret it to this day.
Maybe you just wanted your waffle.
I don't know. I had pancakes. Whatever.
You got pancakes at a Waffle House?
Shut up, Dale. They're good pancakes. Right.
Chocolate chip pancakes?
Yeah, of course they were. That's me. Come on.
I would, yeah.
Come on, I'm not going to get healthy pancakes.
Come on.
All right, so basically, Orton's like, I'm kidding, guys, lighten up. Rollins laughs it off, and tonight they're going to take care of Roman Reigns. It's best for business together. Hashtag. That was a long segment to start off the show. Pittsburgh was like, meh.
We were like,
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of matches, though. First match of the night, Wade Barrett versus Daniel Bryan. R-Truth on commentary for the first of many matches. Wade in control early on, boots Daniel Bryan to the outside. But, of course, Daniel Bryan, classic flurry, hits the running knee for the win. Not a long match, but those two are great. After Daniel Bryan celebrates, bullhammer, knocks him out, Dale. You dug that.
That was cool.
Yep.
So Daniel Bryan is not announced for this match still. They announced pretty much everybody but him, and Stardust is still not.
it's giving us false
Technically.
hope that he could be somewhere else,
Yeah.
too.
Well, that's the thing. That little decal, not decal. How old am I? That, the thing they put up for the IC title. All the guys lined up. There's only
yeah, like
one
the
missing
title screen.
person.
Yeah, but there's at least two, right? I mean,
Well, could it be Stardust, Daniel Bryan, Shamus? I mean, who knows?
yeah, Sheamus. I would imagine he's got to pop up somewhere. We didn't get any promos for Sheamus this week.
Or is it going to be what everyone fears? Stardust,
Big Show
in the ladder match. No.
Oh,
And Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan in a WrestleMania rematch from 3 years ago.
but there'd be no build for that. And Daniel Bryan has
know,
been
but-
wrestling Barrett for the past 2-3 weeks.
Putting it out there.
Well, don't.
I'm not trying to do. I don't
know
want
they
bad.
booked the show
I don't
based
want
off
bad juju. I'm just saying something's got to happen. Any hoozles. Yeah. So, anyways, Barrett starts to yes up the ramp. Ambrose attacks, and then we have Dean Ambrose versus Stardust wearing the IC title. He comes down wearing the belt. Truth still on commentary. Ambrose sends him off the announcers table at first. Stardust takes a little bit of control. Then, of course, Ambrose lariat off the ropes and Dirty Deeds for the win. Back comes Barrett, attacks Daniel Bryan, attacks Harper, attacks Ziggler, attacks. They're all fighting. Truth. Go ahead, please.
Oh, I was just going to
cut me off at any moment. 'cause
My favorite line from this was R-Truth saying, "Does this mean a title change?" when he won because the title's out there. I like to believe that he truly was confused during that moment.
Does this make the title more I don't know, like
It's weird.
it's weird because I don't know how to feel, like whether it is bringing more attention to it in a good way or whether it's just confusing because I mean Stardust coming out with the title around his waist, like that signifies that he's a champ even though he's not.
I don't know that it's helping the IC title. I don't know that it's hurting it. At least it's providing a storyline going into WrestleMania. The only person who
every week.
Yeah. The only person who truly loses so far is Wade Barrett in this scenario because he's been champion and not had the title for a while.
Yeah, the traditionalist in me thinks this is not
Grin and Barrett.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Almost as bad as my Liam Neeson story.
No, that was way better than your Liam Neeson
that's
story.
an all-timer.
I like that.
If you ask me.
I would get that as a bumper sticker or a decal.
Yeah, Cathy's Liam Neeson story is being inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Oh boy, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the traditionalist in me doesn't like the fact that the title's getting tossed around, but at the same time, it is entertaining at least.
Yeah, it's a good story. I like it. I kind of hope Barrett comes out the other end of this with the title just because he's being disrespected so much. But at the same time, I kind of want Bryan to win it just to kind of maybe elevate the title.
Well, how's he going to win the title when he's facing Sheamus at WrestleMania? I'm so sorry.
That's not happening.
But yeah, so Wade is backing up the steps, thinking he has the burlap sack that he got from R-Truth, pulls out a toy IC title. Truth has the real one, so
Now Truth has
it for this week.
Yeah.
I imagine something
at least
will...
until SmackDown.
Truth is always regifting, so...
Yeah, he's a classic regifter.
Totally.
This is really amazing. So now WWE is going to be giving out the Warrior Award every year in honor of the Ultimate Warrior. No better person to receive it. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, but Connor the Crusher McCallick is going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I read up on this. It's going to be presented by Dana Warrior, Warrior's wife, and Daniel Bryan. They're going to present it to Connor's dad, Steve.
Awesome.
That's going to be, wow, not a dry eye in the house.
Good on them. And way to something that Warrior mentioned last year, way to, take that and turn it into something really, really beautiful.
Yeah, and just the video. I mean, we've all seen the video packages about Connor and just how many lives he touched, and so yeah, it's going to be a really amazing moment for his dad, Steve, I'm sure as well. So wonderful moment there. Speaking of Paul Heyman, we talk about classic Paul Heyman promos. Where does this one rank in his top 10?
Jeez,
It's up there
easily.
Yeah, I would say. Honestly, the first 30 seconds for me was a little bit shaky, but by the end of it, I was hooked.
Yeah, I mean, when he was talking about unifying, I wonder how many slaps on the hand he gets for that kind of stuff, or if at all.
They made it sound like he was getting censored by them cutting off the mic twice, and I wonder if that's just something that happened accidentally last week that they're running with.
Yeah,
because it makes sense.
That's a great point.
It makes it feel real.
Yeah.
But if they truly didn't want him to say those things, they would just cut to commercial or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely other ways around it.
Every single week.
Yeah.
Well, let us not forget, even the Punk thing, they said at some point they're going to cut off his mic, but that looks so amazing, and it got us all.
Right.
So it makes you wonder if the Heyman thing last week was an accident, at first an accident, like you said, Cathy, and then they continued it tonight, because they did cut off his mic, 2 or 3 times?
At least twice, yeah.
Yeah, and the fact, wow, he said so many things here, just really, they played the Roman Reigns video. Okay. Talking about how, he will spend the summer unifying the WWE and UFC title. That's crazy. Don't pull off a screw job. You're not going to leave the stadium alive. Brock Lesnar will do whatever the hell he wants to do. And then he brings up Pacquiao and Mayweather. Even talk about crossing sports.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very apparent that Brock Lesnar's scary, but I feel like Heyman just builds him up even that much more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the two of them are such magic. I mean, I don't know if they've finally figured out the contract for Lesnar or what, but whatever the scenario is, they should just let him do it because he does feel.
Do you know what the deal is? Is this contract up?
Of course, this is all based off of not actual facts.
Hearsay,
yeah,
if you will.
The rumor is his contract is over the night after WrestleMania, so he could potentially be done
Why
at
do they
Raw.
always do that?
Well, I mean, you gotta have it somewhere.
I guess.
Come to a close.
Why not after Unforgiven? I don't know. Whatever pay-per-view's no longer going on. That just popped in my brain. Why? I have no idea.
Hopefully he sticks around.
Yeah, they give him the money.
Again, rumor, but I don't know if it's just money. It's like, I think he potentially wants to do both UFC and WWE.
Is he jonesing to get back in that octagon?
I don't know why.
I don't either. He did everything he ever...
You already won the title. You're going to go back and maybe have success or get your butt beat. And that can't be good for WWE. If you have your champ go to UFC and he gets whooped in 14 seconds or whatever, something similar.
He's not going to go against Ronda Rousey.
No. She's beating everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying, like,
she could take him.
That's such a...
Probably could.
What do you do when your main guy does that or something, gets his arm broken or whatever, just lots of...
Here's the thing. Do you think Dana White and the McMahons could come together on something like that? I mean, money talks.
That would be incredible if they could, but I just don't...
A lot of egos.
Right now, I don't see it happening. Maybe years down the line. But like we talked about, it would be cool to see a crossover. There are so many opportunities that could come from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't like... I mean, if Lesnar's going to lose the title, I feel like this whole thing with Reigns is so short-lived. He won the Rumble a month ago.
Regardless, I mean, your work around it is Rollins comes out, cashes in, pins whoever wins, be Lesnar or Reigns, and then Reigns can say, "Oh, I should be feuding with Rollins."
It was Heyman who was talking about that the Authority, he pinned it on the Authority. He's like, well, the Authority doesn't want Brock Lesnar to win. They want Reigns to win because he's an easier target for their boy Rollins to cash in on.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
And for him to call it out almost makes it feel like it won't happen that way.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing
that's what, like, to me as a fan, that's what I expected to happen. Because it builds up Reigns and then it, I don't know.
That's the one thing about this year's WrestleMania. Let's all put it out there. It's arguably not as good of a card as WrestleMania 30. And I don't think many people should have expected it to be. WrestleMania 30 is an all-timer. That's like that even number. This is 31. It is what it is. We're going to enjoy it. But there is a lot of things we have no idea what's going to happen. So at least we can be cool on that.
Yeah, I mean, half the fun is trying to figure out what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, I don't want to have a clue. I hate spoiling. We all know that.
Actually, you should be fine.
Not have Don't make me.
Zinger.
So, first time we see Bray Wyatt is next. Real simple. The Reaper awaits you, dead man. Where are you? Tonight. Find me. That's it. I loved it.
I would like more short promos from Bray Wyatt because he's great. But sometimes he can drone on.
It's redundant after a while.
I like these little quickies.
What do you like?
Short promos, Cathy.
Yes. Oh, sorry. All right. This is a quick one. Ryback. Speaking of quickies, Ryback and Rowan versus Big Show and Kane. It ends with an accidental WMD to Kane. Rowan pins him for the win. They argue afterwards. Stephanie hits the ramp. She says, "Shut up, Big Show." She goes, "Maybe Orton was right. She don't know what happened to the monster and the giant. So get out of my ring, pack up your gear, and hit the bricks, kids."
This is another thing that's kind of been going around on the internet. Like, are these guys past their prime? Are they really using them right? I wonder if, is some of this kind of seeped in reality where they're putting this out there on TV because it is something that people are collectively thinking? Or is this something that was a plan of just like having Big Show and Kane? Because they've been kind of at ends anyways, so I don't know.
I mean, I just got to believe it's a way to build them up for the Battle Royal, right?
God, I hope not.
Well, they're going to be in it.
Maybe. She told them to leave and not come back.
Oh, come on. They're not going to not.
You don't believe that?
I don't know.
They don't need to be in there. The last thing they want to do is remind people how much they hated the Royal Rumble.
Oh,
and
God.
Those two are arguably the reason why things went really sour.
Not arguably.
Right.
They're the reason.
So I don't know. Are they going to try and repeat that?
Well, I'm surprised that's all we saw Steph tonight. I really thought something was going to happen between her and AJ. I really thought they were going to play off those tweets.
Oh.
But I guess they're not.
You were wrong on that one.
I certainly was. I'm not wrong about this. Wizdow is my new favorite hip-hop artist.
Further proof that he can do anything.
Damn right he can.
Anything imitating somebody else.
Get in where you fit in.
No, anything. I mean, he was great as the intellectual savior. He was great he's great in anything that you put him in. And to rap like that, I think there are very few people on the roster / in the world that can do that.
Well, the world.
It was funny. I'm just saying it's not that far of a departure from what he's been doing for the past 2 years.
It's not that far of a departure. I will say this, though. So in that Battle Royal, I don't know what's going to happen with all the matches, but if Wizdow... if he wins that Battle Royal...
Winsdow.
I think people will leave WrestleMania happy almost regardless of what else happens. Because they love him that much, and justifiably so.
You know what song will be stuck in their head?
Please tell us.
I wonder if they'll even bring that music back.
I thought he was going to play a Wiz Khalifa song that I didn't know. Like, I don't know any Wiz Khalifa songs.
Black and yellow.
Oh, was that him? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. No wonder he's so popular. All right. No, and I love hip hop too. I'm just a little behind on certain things. So
You're like a dad, but you're not even a dad.
I'm a fun dad.
Oh no!
I'm a fun dad. So yeah,
Don't do that dance again.
Miz. Turn this into a meme. No, not a meme. What's it called? A
GIF.
You're just
GIF.
making it worse.
Make a GIF. Fun dad GIF. All right. So
Got the dad jokes down.
Yep. I can picture you spreading peanut butter singing that same song.
yeah, someday.
Jiff and jelly, Jiff and jelly.
You want hey kids, you want a sandwich? Fun dad. So yeah, I loved it. Miz, Wiz, Dow, they're all just great.
This segment was great.
It was a lot of fun. I'm not hating on Wizdow Mizdale. I'm just saying I hope it still leaves me anxious about what they do with him after said breakup.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Next we have Wiz Khalifa performing. Okay. After that, the Bellas and Byron Saxton with their Flintstone outfits.
Hold on. Can you imagine that they have time for a Wiz Khalifa performance like 2 weeks out from 20 days out from WrestleMania? They don't have anything better to do with the time.
I don't
than
know.
has Wiz Khalifa perform? Is he from there? Like, why now? Why?
Because
I know
he's a fan of WWE.
Yeah, but why not do it at WrestleMania?
Me too.
Isn't he big enough to be at WrestleMania? Friggin' Flo Rida is. Why can't Wiz?
It's a good question.
You know? He's way bigger than Flo Rida.
Maybe he doesn't have a Tron motorcycle.
I would say they're equal.
What, really?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Whoa.
I'll take Wiz all day.
Flo Rida's had a lot
Look, I know Wiz's discography. Okay.
Wiz has more street cred, but Flo Rida has more.
top 40 hits.
Yeah.
God almighty. Anyways, the Bellas make the announcement. I don't know when this was announced. Apparently, they're going to be in a tag match at WrestleMania. Paige and AJ.
They accidentally announced it during their promo with Byron Saxton, and then they cleared it up on commentary. Oh, well, what they were referring to was that they were going to have... I don't know if they accidentally announced it then, but commentary did have to
clarify.
It
didn't
that
sound
was the first
very official.
announcement that, that was happening.
So, we have clarification. Wiz is from Pittsburgh, so that would make sense.
Okay.
But anyways...
But still.
So... Now there's a tag match at WrestleMania. I guess there's no belt on the line.
I mean, the title holder's in the match.
Since it hasn't officially been announced, maybe it could change. Maybe Steph could just be like, well, that's what you guys thought was going to happen, but I want to see this happen instead. I don't know.
I want him to make it a fatal 4-way and have Stephanie be the referee.
I'm down with that.
I like that. Yeah.
That's why I thought we'd see Steph get involved in that tonight.
I mean, she could come out and, like, next week even and say, I don't know why you guys are the ones announcing this match.
Yeah.
That's my job. So I'm going to make it a fatal 4-way, put the title on the line, the Divas title on the line, and, you know, you guys have been talking about give Divas a chance. Like, here it is.
Thank you. Book it. Perfect. Why didn't they do that? It just makes sense.
They were distracted by their Flintstones dresses.
Duh. Oh, yeah, I was about to sing the... that was the wrong cartoon.
Meet the Flintstones.
Sorry, I was singing the Jetsons. Damn it.
Yabba dabba doo.
Yeah, they said they're going to knock him back to the Stone Age. Okay. Next we have Summer Rae versus AJ, Cameron, and who else was the ringside? Eva Marie. Yes, thank you. AJ wins with the Black Widow. Summer Rae got a couple offensive moves in there, but overall, AJ, boom.
Quick tap.
Yeah. Very, very, very
Summer Rae seemed a little rusty, or maybe the communication between the two wasn't working out or something. But
AJ's been gone for a while, too, so who knows. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that. I feel like it's WrestleMania. There should be a title on the line.
I just don't know why you have Vince McMahon say, we hear you,
keep watching,
give Divas a chance, keep watching, and then you end it with a tag team bout at WrestleMania? That doesn't... How does that highlight anything unless they're going to give them a lot of time, which, come on, that's probably not going to happen.
They give the women a chance down at NXT because they were main eventing this last week.
Yeah. And that was amazing.
That was taped prior to this whole movement, which is crazy. And
that, speaking of Fatal 4-Ways, I mean... That was an amazing Fatal 4-Way at the last special event.
We got 2.5 weeks before WrestleMania. So
20 days, yeah.
20 days. You know, things have changed that quickly in the past.
Of course. I just get nervous, Johnny. I get real nervous.
I get it. Look, I get it. I think a Fatal 4-Way, there'd be a lot of great spots. I think they could really show what they can do. You know,
those 4 ladies in particular, I think, could really carry it. And if you had a wild card like Stephanie or whatever in there, I don't know, it could be a lot of fun.
Right, because it's a tag match. What's at stake? Yeah, it's WrestleMania.
Especially when it looks like there's going to be a tag match with the tag titles somehow going on.
Bellas versus Paige and AJ. That's a Raw match. Come on.
It's very strange.
I know. Next, we have a video with Sting narrating. Basically, he says he controls Triple H's destiny, and he needs to be taken down at WrestleMania. Game over. What do you guys think?
Never heard that before.
Nope. Me neither.
I like the package. It looked great, professional. We finally hear from Sting, and maybe in a way that's a little more dramatic than him just being in the ring cutting a promo. So I liked it. But, you know.
I thought it was weird hearing Sting's voice. I don't think it was necessary.
I wanted him to not talk until after the match, but...
Thank you.
He sounded pretty cool. This was an acceptable... him talking, because he had to say something about the WCW stuff.
It does take a lot away from the mystery, and I feel like they could have still gotten that out without him saying something. You just have to be a little bit more creative. I don't know.
He said everything with the baseball bat last week. I don't know why he,
Agreed.
But they got 3 hours of film. Maybe
and we're not trying
to do 2 songs.
Right. And we're not trying to be contrarian here. We never are. We are all about that positivity.
Quite contrary.
Today we are
being contrary.
We're just trying to make sense of things.
Yeah.
Constructive criticism.
There you go.
We've got 20 days of WrestleMania. We just want things to shake out right. Because we're all going to be there.
Shake it out.
Shake it out.
That was a dad move too.
Fun dad. Now this is what I really dug the beginning of this whole thing. Rusev runs into Cena backstage. Cena's like, you have no right to degrade the country that's given you every opportunity. He has the right to free speech. Well, I have the right to shut your mouth. Rusev hits the ring. Classic Axelmania appearance. He gets down there, sports the shirt.
42 days.
Gets amped up.
He's another contender for maybe winning that Andre the Giant Battle Memorial Royal. I always say it wrong.
Oh, is he?
He has a lot of gas on him right now. No?
This is my response to earlier when you go, yes, that was funny. No, I would
crowd popped pretty well for him when he came out.
Agreed.
That's all I'm saying.
I would love to see Axel make a great run.
Yeah. Have him eliminate some guys.
Sure.
That's good enough.
I mean, this is the best we've seen Axel playing this almost ignorance is bliss kind of character.
Yeah.
So,
I've never cared about him before.
No.
Really. Ultimately.
And maybe those Axelmania shirts are going fast. I don't know.
I don't know if they made them in production.
Yeah.
I think that's just him.
I would imagine so.
We could see him at WrestleMania, maybe.
Maybe. We'll see what happens there. But basically, the bell rings, and Rusev destroys him right away. Accolade for the win. Rusev gets on the mic. He was great here. He gets on the mic. Says, just like America, you're living in the past and you're spineless. If America had a soul, God would look down and spit on it. Whoa.
Yowza.
Fighting words.
Yo.
I love that Lana even was like, no, don't say anything. You know, he was like, get me the mic. And she's like, no, let's just go. So I liked that interaction.
That's her being a protective manager.
Yeah, a true
thinking
manager.
for the better, I don't know.
Now she had to, well, as you'll say.
Yep, absolutely. Cena comes down, attacks, locks in the STF. That's not good enough. Locks it in again. Rusev knocked out. Cena, this is what I love. This is vindictive Cena. Great.
Yeah.
Grabs the bottle of water, splashes it on him, wakes him up just to lock him in the STF once again.
Upside down this time.
Oh.
Really. It's really stretching him.
You know he's doing something great when even Pittsburgh gets behind Cena.
Yeah. There was grown men chanting Cena.
It was great.
It's been a minute.
Lana panics, gets on the mic and says, okay, I'll give you a match. Okay, it'll be at WrestleMania. Okay, the title's on the line. And then he lets it go. Just, I'll say it. I'm going to applaud John Cena.
I'll give it to you.
Nicely done, sir. That is a feud. That's a feud.
And to have grown men chanting Cena.
When's
And
the last time?
Not Cena sucks, just Cena.
Yeah.
That's not since Thugonomics, I imagine. Well,
Power of America. Mm-hmm. I think this is a great. I wish there was more stories like this. This and Sting and Triple H. I like these longer builds to things that get me emotionally involved. I wish there was more of this heading into WrestleMania. It's awesome.
And the fact they were chanting his name, I don't think it wasn't even necessarily America versus Russia. It was the fact that Cena was keeping it real tonight.
And shutting up the guy that just said that God would spit on your soul.
Yeah.
I think it was a little America.
America versus Russia. Yeah. I think it's just versus Russia.
I just don't like Russia. Pittsburgh and Russia never got along, you know?
No.
It's always been rough.
I mean, it could be anyone saying that they hate America. You would want to...
Yeah. Either way, great for Cena, great for this feud.
Just
into it.
Love the fact that he locked on the STF 3 times and totally knocked him out. That was fantastic.
The waking him up part was pretty cool. Such a simple thing.
I'm
we
gonna
haven't
make you
seen
tap.
that. Yeah, you're going to wake up and feel this pain.
Mm-hmm. Moving on, Bray Wyatt once again, real quick, holding the urn. He's like, tonight I raised the dead. Find me. That's it. Short, to the point, scary.
Yep.
I love this too. Trainer's room. Rusev's being checking out for concussions, whatever they're doing. Lana comes back. They just start yelling at each other and
In Russian.
Sure. It's got to be Russian, right?
Don't understand a word of it.
Nope. But he's not happy. She's trying to defend herself. He eventually's like, give her one of those.
Get on, get.
I knew exactly what they were saying without knowing a word of what they were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved it. This is the first time there's ever been dissension between the two. It's always been a smooth ride, same page. Well done.
And if he had listened to her in the first place, he wouldn't have been in that scenario.
There you go.
The woman is always right.
That's the take-home message here. But even Rusev, though, I mean, how good is he getting on the mic?
Good. Yeah.
It's weird, the fact that I don't know what the deal is with those two, but I mean, Lana's not speaking nearly as much. And I like how it's been a gradual progression. She used to always speak. He would never say a word. Mm-hmm. And now it's getting to the point where he's speaking for himself. And I really, really love that segment. Mm-hmm. Really well done. So, too bad it was only a minute and a half, but loved it. All right, moving on. New Day. They say they're going to clap their way to the top and be champions at WrestleMania. They take on Cesaro and Kid. Ian Xavier get the advantage early on, not for long. Cesaro locks in a crab. Kid knocks E off the apron. Xavier reverses into some really cool, strange roll-up for the win. This is the first of many odd tag team issues tonight.
And the second or third of a match rolling into another match while the contenders,
Mm-hmm.
the contestants are still out there. I wonder why. That's just a stylistic change. We just don't see that very often, but it happened multiple times tonight.
It seems more fast-paced, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
You don't have the long intros.
Yeah, there's no reason to, I think I liked it, but it was just unusual. It was definitely very noticeable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if that was like we're just pressed for time, or if they were like, oh, maybe we can cut some of this out and have a Wiz Khalifa song.
Well, that's important. What's sad about New Day is, Xavier, Kofi, and E, they're coming up with new ways to finish matches every time, but people just don't.
I think you got to try to turn them heel at this point or something. I don't know. It has been a very dragged out run for them. Again, it had some weird hiccups with the start. Going against, the Dust Brothers, who, are arguably hotter with the crowd anyways, and then Xavier hurt his foot, and yada yada, but I don't know. People just do not care.
They were actually, heard boos after they won. Which sucks.
But Cesaro and Kid, again, it's another team that the audience is into. So it's a rough spot for the New Day.
2015 in general is really hard. You cannot figure out it's really hard to figure out what people are going to get behind.
Yeah.
You know.
That's got to be hard.
Yeah, I think that's just entertainment and the industry in general, is you can have an idea that's great on paper or great in a room with your close friends or colleagues, but then it doesn't translate to TV or movies or whatever it is.
And with the live audience, I mean, even if you write it, because with regular TV, you can like edit it differently or, do a different kind of scenario. But live TV, they're just like, they obviously don't like this.
You don't know how it's going to play out.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Right after that match, we move into Naomi versus Natalya. This actually had a couple great moments, and it also ended very fast. Natty tossing Naomi into that split, followed by the double boot.
Never do that to me either, Bill.
No.
I won't get up.
I mean, I've wanted this match for a while, but I thought that it was going to be in a different capacity.
It's probably not the end of it.
I hope so.
We'll see it again.
I want to see, so these are obviously tag teams, but New Day, Kid Cesaro, and even what we're about to talk about, they're all 3-person teams ultimately, or could be. Do you think they're going to do some crazy thing where all these guys, because Natty left this match saying I'm the champ, or something along those lines. She took the title off of her husband and walked up the ramp.
Yeah,
I'm very confused by that.
Well, she kind of blames Tyson for losing the match, so she locks in the sharpshooter. Naomi reverses it, sends her into the corner. Cesaro fights with the Usos, distraction, rear view for the win, and then it's kind of funny she could knock a chick out with her butt.
Motorbutting.
Motorbutting. And then Natty walks off with the title.
You just said that like a dad.
Fun dad. So she walks off with Tyson's title. Then the Matadores come down. They take on the Usos, a lot of high-flying stuff. Both these teams are very good in the ring. Torito goes up for the distraction. He gets knocked off the apron, but then a roll-up for the win from the Matadores. What in the hell is going on, guys?
Well, they gave New Day and Matadores wins so that they could be contenders, I feel.
So that we could...
It feels like it's being...
reminded that they're there.
Everything's smushed, man. Everything's getting smushed.
But... not to bring up another fatal 4-way, but is this something going on here? Because there's no real storyline going into WrestleMania for the tag teams. But it seems
there could have been.
There very well could.
There could have been. That's a problem.
The 3-on-3 scenario was great for me.
I loved it.
I don't know why we didn't hold that out.
Yeah.
But now that doesn't seem likely. It seems like we're going to get a multi-man tag situation, or something even funkier because everybody has a third person. Or a bull.
Usos, Matadores, New Day, Kid and Cesaro. Are there any other tag teams that we're missing?
Ascension?
Primetime players.
Primetime players.
PvP, Ascension.
Yeah, Ascension's disappeared the last few weeks.
But neither of those teams have a third person.
Well,
so is that a thing? I mean, I don't know what this would be.
I think most people are thrilled there's not a third Ascension member.
There used to be.
Really?
Yeah, back when they were on NXT like years ago.
Like Demolition, they had a third one? Jeez.
Anyways.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry. Bringing up stuff from the 90s and 80s.
You mean before I was born?
Yes.
I'm kidding. Dad.
You're going to turn me into Mad Dad pretty soon.
He's getting his belt.
Don't make me turn this studio around. I'll have you know. I'll stop the cassette tape and everything.
You're going to ride on the roof.
That's right. Yeah, that's what Mad Dad makes you do. Get your ass on the roof. Backstage, Jamie Noble, Joey Mercury, Seth Rollins, they're talking to each other. Obviously, J&J not trusting Randy Orton, not very happy about things. Rollins like, look, I know when people are liars, and Orton is fine. Everything is good. Jamie's like, I got bad feelings about him, boss. He's like, no, you're good. I'm the architect. I'm the blueprint. Stop worrying about Randy Orton. He's good to go. All right. This is where, we get a hell of a setup here. Bray Wyatt's in the ring, and he's having dreams, y'all. He's having dreams. There's buzzards in his dreams. There's such beauty and chaos. Below the buzzards lay the mighty Undertaker. WrestleMania will be your resurrection and your requiem. Your final resting place cannot bring back the dead man. Opens the urn, and the urn's empty. He starts laughing.
But is it?
I don't know. Cue the smoke. The urn starts smoking and smoldering. And then what's the sound that happens next? Dale Rutledge. Oh, Jesus.
I did that.
That's a really good impression.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been.
Can you do that again?
Sure.
Can you do that again, Dale?
Yeah.
Good job. Wow.
I can throw my gong.
No, you did. You really threw your gong. The next thing we know, the rocking chair's in the ring, and then on the Titantron it says, "The man comes around." Is that a phrase that I should know? Is that from a song?
You tell us, Dad.
I don't know. Dad doesn't know everything, Dale.
That's not what I heard.
Maybe someone in chat roll can tell me. What is "The Man Comes Around"? Is it another Johnny Cash song? Maybe it is. I don't know.
Undertaker and Johnny Cash. Like peanut butter and jelly.
They both wear black.
Jif.
Jif and jelly. Jif and jelly. Jif and jelly.
Lightning strikes the rocking chair. It sets on fire. Bray Wyatt looks maniacal.
I loved it.
This is a great segment.
Yes. That's what we're saying. They're great moments. It's just 3 hours.
I mean, the picture of Bray and the rocking chair on fire is...
And having lightning strike
so
it, I don't
cool,
really
yeah.
even understand how that happens.
I think that was an effect that they laid in, like the lightning bolt part. But then, I don't know. Because you can't do that in an arena.
No, I don't know.
I think that was just for TV. I don't think the arena saw that. They just saw they heard the sound effect, I'm sure, and they saw the rocking chair catch on fire, just spark into flames.
But how do they do post-production on a live show?
It wasn't post-production. I think that it was, they had time, like they knew the exact, because if you saw, they pulled it out to this really wide shot, and I'm sure that they had on their TriCaster or whatever they use in the production booth, they just had that ready to go, where you press a button and it's like a lightning bolt just flashes over whatever. It's the same thing as a lower third, but
yeah, either which way,
it's a lightning bolt.
I really liked it, and it was a great. This is kind of what I wanted from the Sting scenario. It was very short. That was probably pre-recorded from Undertaker, just real quick. You know what the answer is when something like that happens. You don't need to say a lot.
I've been told, thank you everyone in chat roll, "The Man Comes Around" is a song by Johnny Cash.
Get out of here.
I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Huh.
Dads love their Johnny Cash.
See, you were right. I do know everything.
Dad does know everything. Because what was it? Was it 2 years ago when he came? When his return was? It was another Johnny Cash song, I believe.
Sure.
I walk the line. No,
It wasn't "Walk the Line." It was like,
I do remember something like that. But
burning ring of fire.
it wasn't "The Ring of Fire."
Down.
You know that many songs by him?
I watched the movie.
It's impressive. Oh,
she knows Joaquin Phoenix.
yeah. That's
Is
what
that not
it
the
is.
same person?
Johnny, the song was "Ain't No Grave."
Thank you. That's a good song. I don't know "The Man Comes Around," but I'm sure it's.
I don't know about that one either. Yeah, Joaquin didn't sing that.
No, the real Johnny Cash did.
I love that Johnny Cash fell in love with Reese Witherspoon. That was a
Oh my God.
That was pretty cool.
really pretty story.
Age difference is kind of big, but they made it work. Johnny Cash is here.
Now I'm frustrated, Dad.
I wish I had a doorbell that made that exact gong.
Right? That'd be amazing.
Got to work on that.
You don't even need a security system if that happens.
More
Jesus.
reasons why he would never get laid.
If that's the case, then I'm getting me a gong on my doorbell. Fun, Dad.
You can't be a dad if that never happens.
Bray. So yeah.
Truth.
Was that an official acceptance by Taker? I guess it was.
I mean, as
That's
official
going to happen.
Yeah.
You are going to disappoint so many people if that match does not happen now.
Yeah. Unless it's just a brawl and not even a match.
Regardless, if Undertaker is not there in the ring with Bray Wyatt, people are going to be pissed.
Agreed. Just throwing it out there.
You said that before, and I still think you're being silly.
Being silly what? Saying that there
Undertaker is definitely going to be at WrestleMania. From the moment that he lit that coffin on fire, like 2 weeks ago now or whatever, I feel like this is a sure bet.
Well, hey, when you're a dad, you have to look at all aspects of things.
I like that.
And I'm just trying to put it out there. Okay. Let's get to the main event. Randy Orton and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. This match didn't exactly last long. They send Reigns to the outside early on. They take control. Eventually, Rollins tries to tag in, and Randy Orton does not choose to tag back in. Instead, he has a message. for Seth Rollins. I'm putting my hands up.
I didn't know Rollins was a bird watcher.
Double birds. Yeah, he's a, what are they called, bird watchers?
A bird watcher.
A pluminarian, something.
Pluminarian?
It's something. There's the study of birds. Mark, did you look that up? Mark knows everything.
Mark, look up pluminarian.
Mark, look up the study of birds. It's called something cool.
Audubon camp when I was younger, and I don't even know what it is.
Audubon camp, like this highway in Germany?
The Audubon Society study.
Where there's no speed limit?
Was it Joaquin Phoenix there?
Johnny, the study of birds is ornithology.
Ornithology.
It's just like plumiology, except not.
See?
Yeah. Very similar.
But that's going to go into my dad knowledge, so I'm going to remember that forever.
Yay,
What is
rad
it?
dad.
My dad knowledge.
No, what is the name of it again, Johnny?
Ornithology. Right?
Sure, let's go with that.
There we go. So Randy Orton, he flips them birds. Next thing you know, spear by Roman Reigns for the win. Randy Orton sends Rollins to the outside, and then, wow, everything from a clothesline, throwing him off the barricade, probably breaking a cameraman's leg, sending him off the stairs, headbutt off the stairs. What am I missing? Throws him over the barricade, steel chair.
Steel chair three times or so.
3 times,
loud.
at least.
Yeah.
Taking him out to the crowd. I believe even yelling for a girl to take a picture at one point.
Something. He was on fire during this whole bit.
His crowd interaction is classic. Beating up Rollins, getting in his face. You don't know who I am? How stupid are you?
Orton, are you a rocking chair? Because you're on fire.
Oh!
That only works tonight. Bravo.
Oh! Cathy.
Well done.
That's better than her Liam Neeson story.
Most things are, Johnny.
And that's hard to top. That's hard to top. So yeah, beats him up in the crowd. Then somehow gets him back in to ringside
area, yeah.
Throws away the monitors. Throws away the top of the announcer's table.
Oh, he did that move first. The I forget what they call
DDT.
it. Yeah, but off the barricade.
Off the barricade. That looked like it hurt. Brought him up to the announcer's table and a vicious RKO. Bringing down the table.
This lasted longer than the match for sure.
Sure did.
I mean, we knew this was coming, right? So I'm glad they did it in like a thunderous way. Like,
I think I expected him to not side with the Authority and turn on them after what happened earlier, but I didn't expect it to be this brutal.
yeah. I thought it was just going to be an RKO during the match or something and be like, ta-da.
Yeah.
Like you at the top of the show. Ta-da.
That's my RKO.
But yeah, this was great. And presumably leading to their match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, remember back when Orton first went out, it was when the whole Authority decided to turn on Orton, and Triple H was like, finish it. It went from like 1 to 90 in a matter of seconds to where like it was the curb stomp. It's kind of like what tonight was.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would destroy him this soon. I thought it would happen like maybe the week before.
Well, we've only got 2 left after this, so.
Right, and and Rollins has to get some kind of comeback, right? Before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because tonight was the kind of beating where, like, if Seth Rollins comes back looking normal next week, it's like, come on.
Right. Well, he has to come back and throw a fit. Probably not wrestle next week.
I feel like, yeah. Either he doesn't come back next week or he comes back and he's, like, got his crew ready to just take out Orton.
Yeah. And demands a match or.
Yeah. And then, of course, he still has the briefcase.
I think this whole match is totally a swerve for him coming out later with the briefcase. They'll put this early in the show. He'll win or lose, probably lose even, and then try the old cash in.
They still may not know what's going to... I mean, like you said with the contract situation.
Right, yeah.
And he doesn't have to cash in. He could... I feel like they've actually cashed in more like the night after. Like,
Yep.
there's
They've
that
never-
potential to cash in on Monday Night Raw following WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
They've never done it at WrestleMania.
Where's the Raw going to be? It's right in Sacramento.
I want to say, yeah.
Where the Sharks play, I think.
Okay, so boom, right there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I thought, wow, like I said, for a 2-hour Raw, this would have been phenomenal. 3-hour Raw, it is what it is. A lot of great moments, and Orton at the end, that was, I don't want to say vintage Orton, but Jesus, it was there.
Yeah, I mean, like you're saying, so many good things happen, and then a lot of weird stuff too. But I am ready for WrestleMania either way.
Yeah, it's almost like Orton was watching what Cena did to Rusev, and he's like, "Oh, okay, touche, man. I'm gonna ramp up my ass whooping."
I do see you.
That was a Cathy joke, and I liked it.
Thank you. I don't know.
All right, so we have 2 more Raws before WrestleMania. We're gonna be there.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a lot of fun.
At WrestleMania, just to clarify.
We're doing a live podcast, guys. Friday night, May 27th. Idiot. Friday night, March 27th.
You're embarrassing me.
Fun, Dad. At Cafe Frascati, 8 p.m. It's going to be the entire AfterBuzz crew, Wrestling Compadre. It's going to be a lot of fun. Cafe Frascati, 8 p.m. Hit us up on social media. We'll tell you all about it. Totally free. Doesn't cost a dime. Dale Rutledge, put yourself over.
Hey, that's me. I am The Walking Dale on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find me on youtube.com/dishingonmovies. And you can also tweet me and Johnny at WrestlingBuzz.
That's right, Cathy Kelley.
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelley, on Instagram at Cathy Kelley, on Snapchat.
Hey!
Cathy has no K. And you can find us all at WrestleMania. Come say hi.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll be running around.
We'll be the ones in the seats.
You're damn right.
We're in the aisle.
At Jay Quasto, if you're in Southern California, Wednesday, March 18th at 8 p.m., I'm headlining the Brea Improv. It's a really big night for me, so if you're there, I'd love to see you.
Yeah.
And Scottsdale, Arizona. Stand Up Scottsdale, April 2nd to April 5th. That's going to be a really fun weekend. I'm co-headlining. It's going to be awesome. So please come out if you're in Arizona. I know you are. Other than that, we'll see you next week. Keep listening, keep watching. Thank you so much, everybody. We love you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.